Okay. Hey, Michael. Hey, congratulations for San Diego Comic-Con. How does it feel that Hasbro is back here?
Feels great. You know, it's been a tough couple of years having to sit on the sidelines and deal with the pandemic and everything, but being back here, seeing the fans and all the great people, it's really exciting to be back.
I mean, I have to say, this is one tremendous booth here. I mean, you could really feel the energy at this convention.
No doubt about it. I mean, everybody's here. They're fans of Power Rangers right now, all lined up to meet the cast of the show. We got the Bumblebee car right here behind us. I mean, there's something for everybody at this stand.
Most excellent. Now, you come from the publishing field, obviously, for Hasbro, and Hasbro has big things lined up here on the publishing end?
We do. We're making a few announcements. We've got a Power Rangers panel with Boom Studios is happening tomorrow. G.I. Joe will actually make an announcement about some publishing opportunities as well tomorrow, which is exciting. In fact, I've got my first ever middle grade G.I. Joe novel right here for young adults. So a lot of exciting things being announced at this show.
Well, since you want to showcase that, tell us about this book.
So this is an exciting new concept where G.I. Joe is a bit recast so that they're students in a local high school, and they find out that the high school is actually being run by Cobra, and it's all part of this conspiracy that they have to uncover. And as they go along, they start to meet some characters that our longtime fans will find familiar, like the assistant principal Duke and a few other characters like that. So a lot of cool nods to our existing fans, but also a great way for them to introduce their kids and young adults to this series as well.
Now, is this an addition to the series? The series has been going on for a while?
No, this is the first book in the series.
Book. Wow.
Yeah. So this is the launch, and it's actually on shelf next week. It's available for pre-orders now on Amazon.
Oh, wow, that's actually pretty excellent because after all, G.I. Joe is a pretty big series for the publishing.
Yes, it is. Yeah, we've always had so much success with in particular the comic books. In fact, this November we'll have the 300th issue of Larry Hama's Real American Hero comic book series that's going to hit the shelves. So, as you probably know, 300 is quite a number for any ongoing series of a comic.
I know. What do you suppose that G.I. Joe makes it so special? You're wearing this shirt right now.
You know, I think what's great about Joe is that it's not, you don't have to have come from another planet or be bitten by a radioactive bug or anything like that. You're just ordinary people doing extraordinary things. I think that idea that anybody can be a hero, and it's really just about your courage, your intelligence, and your ability to get through the day. So I think that's just, it speaks to people, right? It's the heroes that you can relate to.
Most excellent. You know, one of my favorite series, obviously, is Transformers, as we have the car. We even have the little robot on top of the car. Yep. This car doesn't transform, of course.
Well, it might, just after dark when no one's here.
So tell us about the publishing end of Transformers.
Sure. So, you know, we've been doing a lot in comics, as you probably know. We've been publishing the comics with IDW since 2008, I think. So it's been a while. And, you know, they've done amazing things around introducing new series and new ideas, both based on the original 80s concept, but also some really new things as well. And we're going to be wrapping up with them at the end of this year. They've done an amazing job, and we're going to find a new partner that's going to bring Transformers back in a different way. It's just time to kind of shake things up a little bit and get some new storytelling. At the same time, we've just announced we're going to start doing some publishing around the new animated series, Transformers Earthspark. And again, similar to the G.I. Joe book, trying to get that younger audience back involved with the brand and get excited about the Transformers so that, you know, all the parents who grew up with it can now share it with their kids too.
Most excellent. Now, what other properties that you mentioned? I think you mentioned Power Rangers. I mean, that's always one of those series that just never goes away.
Right, yeah, and you know, we've got Boom Studios as our partner on the comic books, and they are right now on the road to 100, issue 100 for Power Rangers. You know, they've been doing an amazing job of just really kind of translating the brand into a storyline that really just speaks to our fans and all the people who grew up with Power Rangers during the 90s. They're just loving the comic book series.
Wow. Yeah. And now, of course, the younger audiences, we're not going to forget them. I understand you have a Peppa Pig series
We do.
Obviously, I'm not that demographic.
Aren't we all, though? Aren't we all Peppa Pig demographic? No. Peppa Pig is fantastic. She's amazing. We've had her as part of Hasbro since 2020 when we acquired E1. And, she's just a phenomenon. In England, they actually refer to her as a national treasure, and she is. So we've just been able to do a lot of different things with Peppa. And next year, we're actually going to launch a preschool learning series, Learn with Peppa.
Wow.
It's going to basically cover everything from phonics and reading to early math and concepts. So just really expanding that out from the book perspective.
Most excellent. And another property that I have to bring up because, I'm speaking to a couple of writers here at the Comic-Con is obviously the My Little Pony franchise.
Yeah.
And that's always been big.
Yeah, My Little Pony is amazing, and we're really excited with the launch of the new movie and now the new series, new characters. But what I think is really great from a storytelling perspective is that these characters are actually in continuity with Friendship is Magic, which was loved by so many people for so long. And so if you were a fan of Friendship is Magic, it's just imagine sort of the next generation, right? It's within, they remember those characters. There's stories about the main six that we had in Friendship is Magic. So the idea that this is the same world, the same universe, just gives us so many storytelling opportunities, both in terms of adapting the show itself and the movie, but also, what happened in between those time periods. So there should be some exciting things coming out around that as well.
Wow, I never realized Hasbro has so many properties. Did I touch upon all of them? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think if you look at our portfolio, it's something around 1,200 different properties, but, you've hit the major ones that we do a lot of entertainment around. There's also, of course, PJ Masks is a big one, Dungeons & Dragons, Magic the Gathering. All those have big events coming up, so.
I know, Dungeons & Dragons is going to be huge. It's huge. It was huge here in yesterday.
Yeah, and the feedback we're getting on that trailer is amazing. Everybody's really excited to see this movie. I am too.
Come on, you know what? I'll be honest with you. I actually have those comic books.
Good.
Well, they're old, but I have those comic books.
You should check out the new ones then.
IDW
IDW's been doing a series of D&D comics for about 4 or 5 years now. So yeah, you should check those out. They're great.
Wow.
Yep.
Now, before I leave you, are there exclusives in terms of the publishing end here on the floor right today?
Not in publishing. So it's the exclusives here at the show are all toy. And we've got some really exciting ones. But for publishing, no, we don't have any exclusives.
Okay, well, it's still all good because we could still acquire any of these books.
Absolutely. We don't want to limit the ability of our fans to be able to read stories about their favorite characters. So just your local bookstore, your local comic shop, Amazon, any of the big retailers, anywhere that books are sold, you can find our books.
Most excellent. And one more thing before I leave you.
Sure thing.
When do you sleep?
Never.
1,500 properties. I don't know where you find the time to sleep.
Yeah, no, sleep is that's a thing of the past.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.